Hello, hello. Welcome to our talk on Malibu Rising. I have the Missing in Action Susie's back with us tonight.
Yay.
Hello.
And Miss Sarah. So we're really excited to be talking about Malibu Rising tonight. One of our most anticipated books for me for the year. I think a lot of people will agree that they were that was in their top 10 for 2020 release or 2021 releases.
Oh, definitely. Hey.
Hey, Mariana. Hey, Alex.
I'm going to get this shared in the event while people are hopping on. Say hi when you're on.
Let me know the temperature where you live because I'm curious.
I heard it was like 115 in Oregon today.
Yeah, I'm friends with Molly. That's in our group.
No, it's hotter
Molly
there
Flynn.
than it is here.
And she had she posted a screenshot of the weather, and it was like 115 or something crazy like that.
Oh my gosh, it's not that hot here. It was like in the 60s yesterday.
Yeah,
it was really cold.
Crazy. It was in the 90s. It was another day here.
It was 88 was the high. Well, I don't know if it was the high, but when I checked, it was 88. But Kentucky has the most humid weather. It was awful. So I'm sweating right now. So I made me a frozen margarita.
It's been humid here too. Oh, yum.
High 80s in North Carolina. Oh, I can see everybody's names. Almost everybody.
My internet's been...
Now, if you haven't before, click on the link and it'll say like StreamYard /Facebook. Click on that and give it permission to show your name. Because if you haven't, we can't see your name in the comments. So we see a couple of Facebook users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we know who we're talking to.
Yeah. It makes it more interactive that way when I know who we're talking to.
All right. Looks like we've got 23 on so far.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think overall? 111 degrees where you are? Oh, my goodness.
Oh, cannot do that.
Ugh.
So for me, it was a 5. And I feel like I give a lot of things a 5. But, you know, I'm not a literary critic. I read for fun. And I want to have fun. So it was a 5 for me.
Right.
Out of the 3 I've read for her, it's better than Daisy, not as good as Evelyn. But still, I loved it. Jessica, I can see your name, yes.
I agree with that.
You gave it 5 stars.
What'd you think,
I really liked it too.
I gave it 3 stars.
Oh, I gave it a 4.
I know. I'm the man.
You gave it
3?
It,
so.
And Sarah, you gave it
3,
4?
4, 5.
I like
3,
that
4,
there were
5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I gave it
Alex
4.
Alex says it's still 5 stars, but her least favorite, but still loved it. Whoever just asked, can you see mine? No, we can't. It says Facebook user.
They said, I really enjoyed it. I just...
Sorry, Sarah, you cut out.
I really enjoyed it, and so it wasn't my favorite, and I'm a little stingy with 5 stars, so, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun and really good. I like the siblings in it.
Yeah,
I like this one because sometimes with family dramas, the siblings like bicker back and forth. I like that these siblings,
they had their back
in the end, but he deserved that. But yeah, they had their backs and they looked at each other, and I really liked that.
I like that too, and I agree with you, Megan. I liked it more than Daisy, even though I gave Daisy 3 stars. Maybe I'd give this one like, I was debating between 3 and 4. Like maybe it's like a 3.5.
See, Daisy still got 5 from me.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't know what is wrong with me. Like I know, I'm sorry, but like,
did you read it or did you
the TJR
listen?
Bandwagon. I'm sorry, guys.
When you did Daisy, did you do the audio or did you do a physical?
Yeah,
physical.
That's okay.
So when I did Daisy, I physically held the book in my hands, but I listened, And I think that made such a huge difference listening to the cast, because Daisy could have been like just a really good movie.
Yeah, I keep hearing that.
I'm excited to see what they do with it once it does become a film.
Oh, it is becoming a
terrible person.
Yeah, I read it last year.
From what I understand, a lot of her books she sold the rights to. They're in production now. If they're going to be made, I don't know, but.
Oh, I think Sarah froze for me.
Yeah, they don't always work out, but I think Daisy has already been cast, and
yeah, I think you don't. Oh, Alex, you listen to Daisy? Yeah, I just keep hearing. Maybe I should give it another shot on audio, but I mean, it wasn't like I minded the long form interview style. I actually kind of liked that. I just didn't. It was so long ago that I read it. So, but anyway, we're here to talk about Malibu.
Yeah. Now I don't remember the tie-in to Daisy. I remember the tie-in. Obviously, he's the husband of Evelyn, but I can't remember. Did he just was just in passing in Daisy? Somebody who read it recently, let me know.
Who was in Evelyn? Was it Mick? Mick was one of Evelyn's husbands. So
yeah, he was the third husband.
The dad. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was like annulled the next day, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember. That was the really quick, big mistake, annulled.
Because he figured out
him and Daisy. Was he just one of the? He wasn't in their band.
She married him as a PR stunt, right? Like she had it planned that she was going to try to. Or am I totally misremembering that?
I can't. It's been.
Is the Breezes band the band that Mick was in? Was that the name of the band? Because someone said Daisy. I think they also mentioned the Breezes band, but I wasn't sure.
I don't think he was in a band, was he? Wasn't he just a solo kind of?
That's what I thought.
Shit, I don't remember that.
You guys have good memories.
Yeah, it's been since 2019 since I've read Evelyn.
It's long. I don't remember all the details.
He started with the band.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while. I don't really remember.
And they mentioned Celia also. I don't remember who that is. There were a lot of characters in Malibu Rising.
Yeah.
Like once it got to the party.
Yeah.
I liked that. That there was a lot of different. It was interesting.
Evelyn got pregnant by Meg.
Yeah. I don't remember that.
The real celebrities.
Does Sarah have a good connection for you, Megan? I'm having a hard time. Like she's going in and out.
No, nobody has a good connection for me.
Okay.
Oh,
I wasn't sure if it was me or not.
I was about to say, Susie,
might be everybody.
Let us know if we're freezing for you guys watching.
Sorry about Susie. That. Y'all go black screen for a second.
What did you say, Sarah?
I don't know.
I keep freezing too.
Oh,
okay. Only
wow.
Megan has a good
I'm surprised I have the great connection. Usually mine's the one that sucks.
Okay, I'm gonna try leaving and coming back.
Okay, I'll be ready for you.
Yeah, Megan, you've been there. Yeah, Susie's blurry. I'm gonna try to.
Okay.
I'll be back.
I might let you all back in. It wouldn't be Blue Bookmark if we didn't have some form of technical difficulty. Spill the tea for what? What am I spilling the tea on? On how big of a brats they are while they're not here?
Okay, may hope that will help.
Well, Sarah's screen is just blank, but
Maybe her camera's off. Now, is it any better?
Maybe.
You guys will have to let me know.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit.
It's better? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where Sarah went to.
I'm here.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Oh, your
we can't
screen's
see you,
dark.
though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here.
Sorry, guys. There's always something.
I know. I don't know what's going on. My internet's been off for today. I don't know what's going on with it.
Well, we don't really have any tea.
Yeah, what are they
honestly.
talking about? I came back and it said, Megan, spill the tea.
They were
I
wanting me
know.
to talk trash about you all where you weren't here.
Oh, she called us brats. I did hear that.
I
Yeah.
called you brat.
I was not on screen yet, but I can
Yeah.
still hear you.
One lives in Florida and the other one got to go to Hawaii. So, yeah, they're brats.
Yeah.
Sarah, camera on? Try clicking stop cam and then like redo it. Maybe we'll be able to see you then.
I can see you guys just fine. And I'm on there. I can
Okay.
see me.
Oh, now it says
No.
audio only.
Oh, I just turned it off. Oops.
Yeah, it's
My camera
always. Oh,
works.
there we are. All right.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Let's say.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
If they've been around long enough, they're used to our crap.
Always amateur hours.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know what's happening.
All right, let's get into
All right,
it.
what did everybody else rate it? We talked about
Yeah.
what we rated Malibu. What did you guys give it?
I saw some of your all's ratings.
I saw some people with a lot of 4s and 5s. I don't think I saw anything lower than a 4 or a 5 so far.
Okay. I didn't see them. I have to check on my phone.
But I also went into this with really low expectations because Jill had said, well, I liked it, but it wasn't as good as the others. So I went into it thinking it's not going to be as good. Don't think that it's going to be Evelyn. And so then I just kept reading it and I did not want to put it down. I had given myself 7 days to read it. I read it in 3 while I was reading other books because I just couldn't.
Yes.
I kept wanting to read that one.
I went in with low expectations too, just because I just wasn't a big fan of Daisy. I liked Evelyn. I thought it was like a really Evelyn surprised me with how much I liked it. But I just wasn't, I don't know. I think it's something about the only books I've read from her have been those 3, right? The 3 that are book of the month picks, and they're all fictional celebrities in recent historical fiction that take place in Los Angeles, right? So those things are always the same. And it's there's only so much excitement, I guess, I feel about that topic in general. So that's kind of why I went in with low expectations. But I actually I definitely enjoyed it. I don't give it, I don't say 3 stars meh. There's some books I give 3 stars to that I actually don't like, but I liked this one.
Yeah, because technically 3 stars is I liked it. That's literally what Goodreads says. I liked it.
Yeah.
4 is I really liked it, and 5 is I loved it.
Yeah, that's
so
how
that,
Goodreads
I'm
does
pretty
it.
basic, so that works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the whole celebrity make-believe is what really does it for me because I really enjoyed being ooh, who did she get her inspiration from that character? And, oh, that reminds me of so-and-so. And that was fun for me. I feel like Mick was a little bit of Elvis and Mick Jagger's.
Mm-hmm.
He had the lip. Elvis had the lip.
Yeah.
He was a pioneer in the, 50s? I could be wrong on my decade, but.
Yeah. What did you guys think about, he's definitely the villain in the story, right? But at the same time, there's a lot of things that make you feel empathy for him.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about how she handled portraying him as a character? There's so much to hate about Mick, right? But
yes.
So I have a grandfather who chooses not to have anything to do with us. So I kind of understand a little bit and didn't like him. But like you said, you feel a little bit of empathy for him because I think he has some serious addiction issues. Like, you can be addicted to anything. You can be addicted to drugs, sex, music. Well, he was addicted to the fame,
Yeah.
and that took precedent over all of his family.
Right. Oh, go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, I'm just saying, I like the way she writes, where it's not like you just don't automatically hating. You know, she doesn't write in black and white. There's shades of gray to the characters, the good characters. You know, like can't think of his name now. The one who slept with the brother's ex-girlfriend,
Hudson.
And what was the other one's name? Hudson is the. I'm trying to remember the other brother.
Yeah.
Extremely
narcissistic.
You know, they had levels of goodness, and which I think most humans do. So I like that she has like shades of gray to each character. You know, nobody's perfect and no one's pure evil. You know, I like that she does a blend of it.
Right. And we also see like where Mick comes from, right? Like his background and what kind of why he is the way he is, and we see like him repeating these patterns. But
because he had a tough childhood too.
Yeah. Right. I mean, his mom clearly had bipolar disorder. Clearly. Yeah. Where she would have her manic days and then she would crash and have days of being in bed and he would have to fend for himself.
Yeah.
The first time he left and tried to come back, you know, I was okay with that because,
I got that.
You get a taste of fame. Obviously, that's never happened to me, but I would assume you get a little bit of the candy and you overdo it. And then he realized, oh, my family. But then when he did it again consciously after he knew what he put them through, chose to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. I understood why June took him back that first time. But she had young kids and she loved him. So
I would have taken him back too, I think, in that situation.
Yeah. I think it would have been hard to be like, oh, yeah. But I like that when he came back when they were adults, they didn't just, it wasn't open arms. It was like,
Right. So the money situation.
Yes.
Do we think that it was an oversight and he truly didn't know that he wasn't sending the money, that his manager or whatever? Because June said it could have been an oversight, but I wasn't going to call and point it out. So do you think if she would have called and talked to his agent or whoever, manager, and was like, hey, I need child support, they didn't have to go through that?
With this character, I'm not sure if he thought about it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he just totally
deliberately cut him off. But I think that once June died and he got the paperwork, he should have
That was awful.
He should have sent, if he wouldn't show up, he should have checked to make sure those kids had what they needed for school and for everything. Now that June, so that should have been when he fixed it, if he didn't realize that payments weren't going to her anymore.
And he
I just don't think he cared to even bother to check.
Yeah. When he said, I thought you all were better off without me. Well, they are, but not financially. He should have sent money.
Right.
Yeah. He could have changed their lives in a big
They went
way.
through a lot that they didn't have to from the first time with June. If she would have pressed for
June
child
should have gone
support,
after him.
she probably wouldn't have drank the way she did. And then she probably wouldn't have died the way she did. Right. So, I mean, it's a story. We needed it to happen to have that. But
to go, But you're right. She wouldn't have to go back to the restaurant if she had made him pay for those children of his.
Yeah. Erin said that Mick is a total narcissist, and I totally agree with that. And it's interesting. I was just reading Emma in the Night. Has anyone read that? And they go into a lot. Well, in the book, they go into a lot about like narcissistic personalities and like what causes it, and how like children who have this like really like unstable childhood where like sometimes they get their needs met and sometimes they don't. And I just thought that was interesting that she really like showed that with Mick's upbringing. Right? Like how he'd have to cook for himself and stuff, and then grew into this. I don't know. It was just a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
I do think his sympathy was fake. Sonia said that she thinks that Mick really wants to be a good guy. I think that's true. I
I
think
agree
he
with that.
he wishes he could be a good person, but like he's not, and he's just
Right.
I
And
think
he
he's an
tried a couple
addict.
of times, and then
yeah.
he tried a couple of times, and he just couldn't keep it up, and he left again and again.
He needs that attention and that validation
Yes.
from every new woman. Gives him the butterfly feelings.
Like him not showing up for June's funeral though is just like was so unforgivable and disgusting.
Yeah.
Like if I was his kids now, or when he came back, I would have probably put on a very fake face. Yeah, I'll take you back. I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. Get a lot of his money and then be like, we're done.
Pay me what you should have paid me for a job. But what did we think? Kit was the one who invited her dad to come to the party. She never thought he would follow through, but she's the one who sent out that invitation. I mean, if she hadn't, it may have never been resolved, you know. I mean,
because she was the youngest, right?
She was the youngest. She didn't really know him. He left when she was so small. She, you know, he was the Hollywood version of her dad, you know. But she's the one who was like invited on, you know, because the older siblings were like, no, we're done. But, you know, she was the one. And I get that because she was the baby of the family. She didn't know Mick. She didn't remember all the times that he came back and left, you know. So I think there's curiosity there for her, too.
Do you think there's lots of other children out there?
I would not be surprised.
Mixed children?
Yeah,
definitely. Alex brought up when June, like how she took in HUD with open arms.
Yes.
I just think it just like shows like such a contrast. It's like you had this like magical woman who was so loving and, you know, everything that he could ever want, and he was just incapable.
Yeah. It would not surprise me.
Yeah.
This
is, just reading some of these comments.
Yeah.
So that would. Yeah, I don't know why June didn't press more for child support. Was there? Did I miss
I think she just couldn't stand to contact him again.
Yeah.
I think
she didn't want to have to need him.
She couldn't, you know. I think she wanted to prove, because she said something about when he came back, you know, she would have this, and, you know, she would show that she didn't need him. So I think that was part of it, even though she did need his money. But I think she wanted to show him that she did not need him.
Yeah, I wondered that about HUD's mom, too. I mean, she wasn't ready to be a mom, clearly. But
clearly. You don't leave your kid on the doorstep.
Are you saying that about HUD's mom?
Because she never acted again or anything. She just went home. But someone made a good point. If she realized that the dad wasn't there with his kids, why didn't she come back and get HUD?
Right. It didn't even like occur to me.
I know, I didn't even think about it until just now.
Yeah. I was just like, she didn't want him, so she had gotten rid of that problem. So, you know. And she probably thought he was at least, even if dad wasn't in like that, he was at least being properly taken care of.
Right.
You know, the house
nobody
in Malibu.
knew that he wasn't paying. Yeah. They all thought they were rich kids.
Right. I mean, how would HUD's mom had known that Mick wasn't supporting them?
Oh, I don't remember that. Hudson's mom said if it was a girl, she would have kept her.
Because they kept signing their permission slips in his name.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think she would have known that Mick was.
But even if she didn't know, I don't think she cared anyway.
I don't think. Yeah, it's like I said, a problem she got rid of and moved on with her life.
Right. Yeah, people didn't really know that Mick was gone. Well, the school did, but
right. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy how different it is in the 80s than what it is today?
Yeah,
I know.
I know she sets her books in like the 70s and 80s. It kind of gives you a nostalgic, feeling up for the past. It's
The
not,
fact that
'cause
it's
most
called historical fiction is so
I know.
funny.
That gets me. And I don't really think of
I mean,
it, but I do like that she sit back.
it
And
makes me feel like yesterday could have been historical fiction then if we're going to be like
Right.
that. Because I was born in the 80s, so
Yeah,
I
me
mean,
too.
I know. 1999, is that historical fiction? Where's the point?
Right.
Is
Yeah.
it 10 years? Is it 20? Is it?
I
guess
mean,
I know. I guess I don't think in my lifetime it should be historical fiction.
they play Nirvana on classic rock radio.
Yeah,
so.
that was like on Nick and Night when like the Cosby Show and
It's true.
Family Ties and stuff. That was, I'm like, on the classic TV, that's supposed to be
Oh my
black and
gosh.
white stuff.
Yeah, the other day they had Taylor Swift on the throwback radio. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
I think just us getting older, and that's why we don't like stop saying the 80s is historical fiction.
Oh my God, Alex, are you serious? Alex says that one of the July picks takes place in 1994 and is listed as historical fiction.
That's funny.
So do you guys think that her next book will
25
take place in the 90s? Because it went Evelyn 60s, Daisy 70s, Malibu Rising
I didn't even make that
80s.
connection.
It could be.
I didn't even make that connection.
We're saying
Yeah.
it here and now.
Well, I think
Yeah.
it's pretty cool that she had a character that tied into both of those two books.
Yeah.
I wonder is she going to have something
give, like those little things.
Oh, so 20 years is the historical. Okay.
Like 20 years.
I'm vintage.
1994 was what, 25 years ago? 26? 27?
Stop it.
I'm counting.
1994 was 6 years ago. Okay. That's how I still think about it. That's only like, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Carrie Ann, are you losing? Is anyone else losing us? Or is it just Carrie's internet? Let us know if we're freezing
back.
on you.
Y'all haven't gone black, and you're not fuzzy anymore, Susie.
Oh, okay, good.
It's been better, right? Has it been better for you
I think
guys?
so, but let us know, everyone.
Because her other books, like you've read, I know, Susie, you said you've only read the ones that are book of the month, but they are all set like present day. So it'll be interesting to see if she's going in a pattern now.
But I don't think she was popular with those before, and now these last three has really catapulted her.
Yes,
so I think if she's smart, she'll stick to this niche.
Yes, she's found her thing.
Yeah,
I think they're all set in LA though. I think that's where she lives, and so
I was
think
gonna
all
say,
the
she
books are
from
set
there?
in LA. I don't know if she's from there. She lives there now.
Cool.
Yeah, just as she lives in Los Angeles, so.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I lived in LA, and I've met very few people that were actually born there.
That's so cool.
I lived there for like 4 years, so there was like 2 people I knew that was actually born and raised in LA. Everybody seems to just conjure go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mackenzie. Yeah, Kristen Hanna is the same way. A lot of her earlier books was like contemporary fiction, and now she's doing more historical, and she's much better at it, if you ask me.
Yeah, because I loved her like book of the month choices, so I was like, I'm gonna read a Kristen Hanna book and then I was like, I don't want to give.
Historical fiction is my favorite too, though, so I'm a little biased.
I love historical fiction too.
Yeah, I'm biased on that.
Do you, those of you who have read Taylor Jenkins Reid's contemporary fiction, how do you think they compare to her historical fiction? Do you think that they're as good? Better?
I do. I've enjoyed all of them.
As much as like Evelyn and as much of the book of the month picks?
Yeah, I rated them all 4 and 5, so I enjoyed all of them. I thought they were well done, and I cared for the characters. My favorite of the older ones is One True Loves. I cried. It was so good. I love that one. But yeah,
I think I have it.
So far, she's not. She doesn't have that many. I think this may be like her 7th book or something around there.
Whoever.
So I didn't have to read that many, but they're good.
I didn't realize the July picks are released. They were up today, and we picked We Are the Brennans for our July talk.
I know they kind of came
So
out of nowhere. Usually we're like, oh, okay, it's the 29th, but
Listen,
they were just like there this morning.
I was still asleep this morning, and I roll over to it was an ungodly amount in our group chat And I was like, what happened?
I know. I was like, Megan didn't, because Megan's usually the one who makes the little the books are up.
I
or the
truly did not
monthly
think we were
books
going to
are
get
up,
these until Tuesday.
And then you guys, like, our moderator, Sarah, she, texted the group and was like, the books are up. I was like, we don't have anything, we're not ready. And then I didn't hear from you. So I was like, okay, I don't make them real quick.
Yeah,
But,
thank you. I'm glad you did that. I was going to work on all that today.
Yeah, because there were so many pending posts coming to show us what they got. So I was like, I'll just do it because that way they can all put them. They all want to share, which I love that they're excited about which books they choose.
But we don't need 1,800.
We don't need a million.
Same post.
So I was like, I'll do it because I haven't heard from anybody yet.
Mary Emma, I have been totally not with it this month. June has been a really busy month.
We lost Megan.
Well, we lost her.
I'm sure she'll be back in a second. Yeah, June has been a really busy month.
And it went by super fast. Like, I wasn't even, ready for, not thinking, I knew books were going to come soon, but, June just kind of flew by.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what happened, but I'm back.
Yay.
Sometimes it just keeps you off. That happens to me. I'm like, oh, I'm gone. Where'd I go? Where'd I go?
I don't know what happened.
I'm glad you got the book club email. Because,
Carrie,
the wedding
I have
was wonderful.
In,
thank you for asking.
Several different. I did a bookish first raffle for the Brennans. Didn't get it. I've done 2 Goodreads giveaways for the Brennans. Didn't win either one of them. And I tried to get a NetGalley of it, and I didn't get it. So the universe did not want me to have it. So that kind of made me want it even more.
You can't have it early. So
they were not going to let me have it.
It seems good. I think it's going to be an interesting choice, but it was kind of a mod. There was 3 historical fictions, counting add-ons, and then 3 thrillers, 1 contemporary fiction. Okay.
Somebody made a good point today in the skip chat or whatever, where they were like, I wonder if they did it on purpose to have Riley Sager as an add-on, because if they would have had it as a main pick, would have anybody picked anything else?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I was gonna skip, honestly, and just find an audio of whatever we decided. But then whenever a Marie Benedict, who I love, and Riley Sager was add-on, I was like, well, I got to now.
Yeah. No, just pick one.
I'm not sure who was asking in the chat, but the wedding was wonderful. Yes, there's going to be a July reading log.
What do you mean by log? Like the graphics you make?
Yeah, the graphics I make just for
post.
Yeah, I love that.
No, thanks.
I know, they're so cute.
I was just thinking, because even if you're not participating in the challenges, just to keep track of your reads for the month. I did surf, Alicia. It was really fun.
That's awesome.
But I live in Colorado where there's no ocean. So
do you ski?
I do ski, yeah. Not very well.
Colorado girl. Colorado girl. Yeah.
But yeah, it was super fun.
Going back to your Riley Sager, someone mentioned, because, they're supposed to pick debut authors and, give authors. Right. That's why, but we want them. So that's why I'd rather have them as an add-on than not at all. But
who made the sad face?
I think but I think they are well, we try to find a new author that you haven't heard of to try. And I think sometimes that's when they get popular that they go into. But sometimes, Taylor, they did for Malibu Rising, she was the main pick. So I don't know what their rules are. But
who knows? I think a lot of it has to do with there's probably each individual author has certain stipulations and because they have to buy the rights to the printing rights. So some authors, it could be just too outrageous for them to get behind.
Yeah, I think so much of publishing is political and network, what books they want to push. And there's so much I don't know. I think at this point with Riley, though, he's gotten so many fans. And now he has so many books, right? This is his 5th book. Yeah. So at this point, they're like, all right, he's got enough of a following.
Like
I said, I think that's why they got on.
I do love him. I've enjoyed every single one of his books, but I really would have been fine if it wasn't a pick. But since it was, I had to have it match the rest of them.
Mm-hmm. I think The Four Winds was like one of the biggest books of the year. Like, I mean, there were like billboards in Times Square for The Four Winds. So,
and also there wasn't a lot of stuff come out in February. February was a very weak month, but March, April, May, June, July is all like extremely star-studded, huge.
I hadn't either, Stasha.
I hadn't either.
That,
well, his first book was a debut in Book of the Month, so you wouldn't have heard of him until Book of the Month, because Final Girls was his debut under that pen name.
And I think it basically Book of the Month built his career.
I truly believe so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I think I joined like in August of 2019, and the Next Time I Lied, or whatever the lied one was, that was like one of the October releases that year I did. And, you know, I read that one, and then I went back and got, you know, and then there's been a couple more since there. So I've read all of his, and I will read this one. I think they're honestly, they're not my favorites, but I think they're fun to read, and, you know.
The biggest one I'm excited about, Aaron, is probably Jasmine Gilroy's book. That's, what is the name? While We Were Dating. That's probably my most anticipated July book. There's also one from Carrie Winfrey, but I don't know if that come out in June or July.
I have it. So it's out.
Oh, it already come out then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it at on the Target sale.
Oh, cool.
I'm excited for the next bromance book. Alex, the moderator, has got me hooked on those.
Yeah,
so
those are so
really
good.
Excited for book 4. I pre-ordered it also on the Target sale, so that comes out in July. So I'm excited for that one. I can't think of anything else that's coming that I'm excited about.
I will definitely be posting a July, like I did for June, a July new release.
Yeah.
I'm really bad about doing each Tuesday, so the once a month kind of is better. But I'll be doing one. I'll be working on it in the next day or so to post for July anticipated books.
Yeah. I've been so busy this month that I am ashamed to say I have no idea what's coming out this month. The only one I'm excited for is Stolen Crush, which is CM Stunick's new book. The author of Habit.
I've not heard of that one.
That's coming out July 14th, so that's the only one on my radar.
Book of the year. I feel like they pick half of them.
Yeah. So we've already. I'm gonna say The Four Winds, which Malibu Rising. I think the Star-Crossed Sisters it was really good. I wouldn't be surprised to see that one. What else?
I think Malibu Rising doing that.
Malibu
It's
Rising
a lot less work for me.
Four Winds,
obviously. Yeah, definitely.
What else?
I'm not by my bookshelf, so I can't really remember
what's come out.
What came out recently?
Oh, do you think How Lucky will be one? I kind of feel like that might be a contender.
Oh, I really enjoyed that. That would be good. I think it'll be one in the 20s. It may not be a winner, but.
Now, I've read something by Samantha Downing, but I can't remember what it was.
The one with fire on the cover, where she's walking away from a car.
Didn't you do the serial killer married couple? My Lovely Wife, maybe?
Oh, yes, My Lovely Wife.
Was so good.
That book was so good.
She's had another book after that. I've not gotten to it, but I did
What's Mine and Yours or something?
I think it was My Lovely Wife.
No, that's Alice Sweeney.
Yeah, My Lovely Wife was so good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, The Lost Apothecary, maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
That seemed to get a lot of buzz.
He started it. That's what it was.
That's the one with
the one I didn't get that one. I haven't got that one yet.
Drink was cold.
Should we talk a little bit more about this book? I feel like
we're so bad.
We talked about it, right? Are we done?
Who did you?
We gave it our star rating. We think Nick is an asshole. We talked about what we
liked, what we didn't like.
We like the siblings.
Yeah. Who was your favorite sibling?
Does anybody else have any other questions about Malibu Rising?
Which sibling did you guys all like the best or relate to the most?
I like Kit as the youngest in the family. Yeah. I always like the younger ones.
I think I probably I don't relate to her, but Nina was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
She felt so
She did.
Like, she was beautiful, and she felt like that's all people saw of her. She wished she wasn't beautiful.
You know who I kept picturing for Kit is Kit from A League of Their Own. You know,
Madonna? Yes. Was that Madonna?
No. And it's almost like the same character.
Petty,
how she was, she's also the one from Point Break. She's like the younger sister who always feels like she's in the shadow.
And I go for Kit or Dottie because I'm a younger sister.
Yeah, Dottie's little sister. And I was like, oh,
Dottie
and Kit.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
It's another younger sister named Kit who's kind of like in the shadow of her big sister.
Yeah, and she was kind of coming, and because she was the youngest and the baby, and
yeah, it did. Yeah, so, a little bit of shameless.
I like Kit.
I think HUD was my favorite. I really liked. I don't know. I just like the way that he was. What was his girlfriend's name? Or not his girlfriend, but Jay's girlfriend that he was in love with.
Ashley? Was it Ashley?
Ashley, I think so.
I liked the way he was with Ashley. And like, I was just like getting a lot of like Ellen Hilderbrand vibes from this book. And like HUD and Jay kind of reminded me of Cash and
Baker.
Cash and Baker. Yes. Like they kept reminding me of Cash and Baker, and I was like, oh, I like the brothers.
Like I said, I told you I don't really care when it's siblings when they're back and forth bickering. I don't like to read that because I'm like, okay, that's annoying. But I really liked how they bickered, but they looked out for each other. And so
I definitely think
I like that
could be possible.
Yeah, and Jay was my least favorite sibling, but I didn't hate him. He was just least favorite.
Mm-hmm. Money and Banker.
Money and Banker. Yes.
That's funny.
What do you imagine happening in a sequel if there were to be a sequel to this book?
Kit figuring out and navigating that.
Yeah, the surfing world in the 90s would be a good thing to.
Because I love, what was that show? Blue Crush. That was a good movie.
Yes, that was a good movie.
So she's dealing with figuring out her sexuality, trying to be taken seriously in a male-dominated sport in the 90s. Yeah, Nina's ex-husband was a major douche.
And we would see Kit as a big sister. Brandon. Casey was actually Mick's daughter.
And that
would be an interesting relationship. Her coming, a new sibling to come into the mix, And now that Nina's on, who's going to step up and be like, the parent, because they need one. So, I mean, I think there could be lots of things she could take from it. I'd read it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll read anything now that she puts
I'll read anything she writes, yeah.
I can't say that I will go and read the backlist just with how much else that I want to read in my life. But they both deserved it. Brandon and Mick both deserved that.
Yeah.
Brandon was Nina's ex, right?
Nina's husband.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the jerk. Get rid of him.
Yeah, he was a jerk.
He was awful.
Yeah. Jay's career
Casey was not necessary.
Oh yeah, that's true. With Jay's career ending.
Yeah, because that would be another thing. What was he gonna do?
Right.
Now that
he said he was gonna help Kit.
Go with Kit and help.
Isn't that funny?
Career now.
Her dad was a narcissist, so clearly she has daddy issues, and then she marries one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But he was definitely a fake up until he had her fooled.
Yeah. I think that's like the whole theme of the story, right? It's like it's just like history just keeps repeating itself over and over again with this family.
Yeah,
the generational curse.
I mean, but that's true. Yeah, we become our parents, most of us, whether we like to or not. It's in us, So
right.
She was. Yeah, I was proud of Nina for taking a stand. That was a jerk move of him. He knew what he was doing when he pressured her and put her on the spot to take him back. How was she supposed to say no?
Yeah.
At that point, it would have completely ruined everything. And she's such a people pleaser. She wasn't going to say no in front of everybody.
Yeah, he absolutely knew that.
Yeah.
Is that a fire alarm?
Was it
Oh, I don't know.
mine? I
I was
think
like,
there's
some
something
alarm going off.
spilled.
Oh, okay. Like, do you
I
know
think
check
there's some
and see?
no. I think there's some cheese
Okay.
spilled in the bottom of my oven, and they're making a pizza.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
So it sets
I
off
just
the.
heard, and I heard the
I'm
big
too
alarm,
lazy to
like,
clean it.
Oh, I love that metaphor that
I love
the
that,
Riva
Elizabeth.
kids are rising, like they're shaking off their parents' issues.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and I
That's
think like
awesome.
Nina going to Portugal, you know, she's breaking that cycle of
Yeah.
just staying there, running the restaurant, like, you know, that's what
Yeah,
she
I was glad they
wants
decided to
do.
sell.
Yeah.
Like, get rid of that restaurant. Everybody loves it. You know,
You sell it to somebody else who loves it.
sell it to someone who, you know, would appreciate it and want to, you know, take it to the next generation.
And it seems like they were all really successful in surfing, so it doesn't seem like they needed it for income. But
Right.
Yeah.
what did you guys think about the whole party? Like, did you think did it meet your expectations for how wild you expected this party to be?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
Totally not my scene.
Yeah.
No.
Not had fun there.
Yeah.
When they're
Yeah, it was a
describing
little
that
crazy. Like, oh
all
my
the
gosh.
hors d'oeuvres, like they threw away the hors d'oeuvres when we were passing Coke around.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Funny.
It's kind of like, you know, what you think Hollywood parties like, but like on a big scale. Like, let's just go all in for this party, you know.
Yeah. And I know
Yeah.
somebody in the group mentioned that they were like, there's too many characters. Like, do they really expect me to like keep up with these characters, you know, with knowing who's who? And I just kind of assumed that I wasn't expected to remember everybody's name,
Right.
you know, all the different
Yeah.
celebrities. It was just supposed to be like, and here's another celebrity,
Right.
and here's the
Right.
crazy stuff
Like I said,
that they're doing.
and I like that she used like real celebrities and kind of mixed it in, you know. So I'm like, okay, I know who that person, you know. So it was
Yeah.
fun.
I just feel like she really
Yeah.
set herself up for a lot of cameos. Like she could go a lot of different ways with those characters if she's going to stick to tying things in from random characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when the cops came in and
Oh yeah,
arrested
that
all the
cop.
wrong
Like,
people.
seriously.
That made no sense. Why he treated her like that.
Yeah, it didn't really seem that realistic to me.
No.
I mean, I don't know. Not that I'm an expert, but
Right.
I just kind of felt like this is Hollywood elite. Like cops aren't going to come in and start arresting. I mean, they would arrest like somebody like
Who hit them?
Brendan, yeah, like someone who assaults them or like crashes their car into a tree drunk driving. But like,
I didn't have to Google Goldie Hawn's outfit. I remembered what they were talking about. I mean, I
No,
don't remember. I wasn't, alive, but the Goldie Hawn is a favorite. But Jessica, I think she was white because wasn't there a line where Brandon gave her a weird look when she was holding hands with Greg because of the color difference, because isn't Greg black? So that to me said that, what was her name? Tiana? That she was
I don't
white.
remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. But the friend.
Yeah. So, I mean, if there was, with the cops being racist, she was a white girl in the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, and they mentioned that if it was a party out of control in Inglewood or one of the other LA neighborhoods that are not, because remember, I think it said something like Malibu, we knock, and but the other places they would have busted.
They would have barged right in.
So, barged right in. So I don't think it was race. I don't know if it was just.
Was she French?
I don't know. I think
she
the
was
friend
an
was
American.
French.
Yeah, I remember that now. Mm-hmm. The chandelier swinging was stressing you out. That's so funny. Lorena, I'm not sure what you meant. So
okay,
was the
I
waitress
didn't get
highlighted
an
just to pique our curious.
Oh, Tareen,
Our curiosity about kids.
I didn't pick up if she was from anywhere else because
Yeah.
I just read the book and I don't remember their.
I think it
Part
said she was
Israeli.
French.
Okay, I
Yeah,
missed
maybe
that
so.
tidbit.
Oh, okay. Now I'm remembering. Yeah, the model, right? The one who was like used to getting
Yeah,
everything
her-
she
Nina's
wants.
friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nina's friend.
I kind of pictured her as Angelina Jolie. I don't know why,
Oh.
but that's who I pictured when I read the book.
I don't know what waitress Lorena was talking about.
Wendy, the
was-
one who had the threesome.
She
in
was
the
going
hot
to go
tub.
to Oregon and have a normal life, but she was going to
Yeah, she
have
was
a
done with
big
Hollywood.
party. Yes.
Oh,
But she
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
go out. She wanted to go out in style before she
Right.
married their high school sweetheart and, you know, married and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
She was enjoying the party a little much.
Yeah. Okay, now I remember that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy was a mess.
Wendy's going to end up being the PTA mom.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Oh,
what
a
she
good
said.
fan
Like,
Stacy's
this
mom.
is going to be my last night in LA. She wanted to do something very memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Mackenzie J to me is Zac Efron. You know, with
Nice.
the hair.
I'm trying to think. See,
I don't
like
know
I
who
just
I would ask.
pictured Kit from A League of Her Own, who now is like in her 50s, I think.
I know.
So that was
So they gave me that.
I don't know. I have to think on that. I love fan casts though. Like
I know. I love to see her.
I know you do,
I'm
Jill.
not good at it, but I love to see.
Steven
they
Tyler
pick.
is who I pictured Mick the whole time, which he
That
does.
would be
He's
good,
not.
Nick.
I don't know. He's just my definition of a rock star.
I think that would be a really good cast, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
But that's not at all how they described him in the book. But that's what I saw.
That's our image of a aging rock star.
Mm-hmm. Mick did and Evelyn.
Yeah, like 15 years later, here's Wendy living in the suburbs in whatever Midwestern state, and she's got her PTA and her kids, but then she gets something from her past comes up from this party, and now she has to deal with it.
Yeah.
There you go, Taylor. There's your next book idea.
Yeah, that would be fun to see her in another book.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So they couldn't have those big parties nowadays because everybody has cell phones, and so your escapades could, would be on TMZ the next day, or it would be released on social media, and everybody would know.
Yeah. I just thought it was so like perfect that it's like Mick has created just like nothing but like pain, basically, right? For this family. And then he shows up for like an hour or something, and then before he leaves sets the whole house on fire. Like it's like metaphorically and literally sets stuff on fire.
Yes. But he did get the kids
ending
out of trouble because the cops liked him. So he did save them from that.
That's true. Yeah. But that's typical Mick, right? Like do one nice thing, but overall just be like a total a-hole, and then just like, and then peace out.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's maybe Stasha. That's a good idea. Yeah. Or maybe it's like she just like has these characters and then realizes like they can take on another life.
There's more to it, because also another interesting aspect that she did do like a sequel is that the relationship between Casey and Mick, because Casey wouldn't have had all that baggage,
right?
Because she was, she had the adopted family who loved her, and I mean he could really, make a difference or influence her life because she doesn't have all that hatred, or because he didn't know about her, so
he gets to
would
start
have a
over
better
with somebody who doesn't hate him.
A relationship with Casey and have the family dinners that he talks about wanting, and Christmas with the kids. you know, that could bridge, you know, the relationship with Kit and or their siblings too. So that would be another interesting aspect she could focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I almost expected somebody to deliberately burn it down. Like, through her match, Nina just burned it down and walked away.
I think I wanted more fire. Like, I wanted to... It's like the fire was lit and then the book was over, and I wanted more... I don't know. It was like the way that the book started with such like... what's the word? Like suspense, I guess.
It was
right?
underwhelming.
Yeah.
Very underwhelming.
Yeah, it was very underwhelming. It was just like, and he flicked the cigarette or whatever. And yeah, I wanted the fire to be even more epic.
Right.
Yeah.
Carson's in timeout, and he keeps saying, "Can I come out now?"
Oh.
Let him out. Let him out.
It's not me. It's his dad. I'm locked up in my room.
And they're really
So
like, that's on
funny.
you.
Yeah, and I wanted to like know what happened as a result of the fire. You know, it was just kind of like, and things burned. The end.
Yeah.
I think there could have been more suspense.
I kind of came
around
full
that.
circle that
symbolic
Mick was
for
the
Mick, though?
one. That Mick was
It
the
was-
one who started it.
It was
so,
symbolism that he started the fire
Yeah,
because
like I
he's the
said,
one
it
who...
kind of came full circle that, you know, ruining things yet again.
Yeah.
Right. That like that's all he
He's
can
the one
do.
constantly causing pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if he has good intentions,
that's
right?
true.
If he had a good intention, then he's like, and I'm gonna leave and it's gonna be all right, and I'm just gonna like, but you know, you can't leave without people being hurt, and they hinted people would think Nina was dead. Yeah, maybe they did think after.
Yeah.
There could have been a little bit more at the end. But
Yeah.
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 So those are you guys. I know that Megan and Sarah, you guys already talked about how you would rate like in compared to Daisy and Evelyn. Is there anyone who liked this book more than Evelyn or Daisy who put it at the top of their list? I'm curious how it ranks for people.
Yeah, like what order would you put them in?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, give us your order.
Yeah, Evelyn is just so special to me.
Yeah. I love that one.
I wonder if like it was just so hyped that I like, you know, when sometimes a book is just so hyped.
Yeah.
I mean, I really liked Evelyn, like, don't get me wrong. But I think like I wasn't blown out of the water the way other people were because there was like so much hype about this book before I read it.
See, there wasn't a lot of hype before I read
it. No, I don't think there was before I did it. Yeah.
You hadn't heard anything. Oh, okay.
So I went into it really blind. I knew that it was, you know, popular, but it wasn't the cult fiction, you know, the cult fandom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely reached cult status.
Yeah. But you're right.
Because you only have to say Evelyn and people know who you're talking about.
So hyped up. And then you read it and you're like, this? Really? So I think sometimes your expectations are just way too high.
Yes, definitely.
Oh, Daisy, Evelyn, Malibu.
Oh, you listen to
usually audios for me would rank less than if I physically held the book, but with Daisy it was different.
I agree with that.
I feel more emotions when I physically read a book with my eyeballs.
Same. It like centers me in the world in a different way than when I think that's kind of distracted by other things.
Yes, it's more escapism.
Yeah. Yep. And then, but like the more audiobooks I listen to, like the lazier I get about reading physical books. It's like a bad cycle.
I don't have the audiobook for this. I'm gonna have to physically read it.
Oh my gosh. And then I'll own the physical book and be like, no, I want it on audio. And then like I bought the book twice. Ugh.
I
That's what I've been
cannot
doing
spend
with
money
mine.
on audios. I have a very hard
won't-
time with that.
Yeah. I like the ones I just picked today. I'll go and look on my library to see, and then also helps me focus because I don't have 3 weeks once I get the audio, because I like to go back and forth, and so but I'll finally get it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll have 3 weeks to get through it, so it helps me get through my books quicker. But but I don't want to spend an Audible credit on a book that I bought.
Right.
Like, no. It's
Yeah.
gotta be free.
I only do it in desperate
or
situations.
sometimes
Right.
on script. Sometimes I'll use
Yeah.
one of my, like, a script audiobook. All right, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, we lost her again.
I'm sure she'll be back.
Yeah.
I have a physical book.
So
You're in
the
a
one.
physical book rut. Yeah.
Kicked me out again.
She's back.
I don't know.
I think, like, it just seems like her books are really about relationships, right? And
Yeah.
about character. Like, they're about the characters and about the relationships. And I think, like, my issue with it is that, like, I go in with, like, such high expectations about, like, plot and what's going to happen.
Right.
And then I'm like,
there's not a
it's
whole lot.
It's a
happens
family
in her
drama.
books.
Yeah.
But you also hate character-driven books, Susie. That is not one of your favorites.
I know.
And she
No,
definitely
there's not-
is a character-driven
There's not a lot
book.
of any heavy
Yeah.
sex.
Right.
I know.
Definitely
they're not
character.
for you.
Yeah. I mean, I like her
So.
books, but I'm just not, like, obsessed.
And
I do like some character, like Kristen Hanna books, for example, that have really strong character. It's like, I love a strong character, but it needs to have a strong plot too.
Right.
Yeah. You
Are
like
you reading
things to happen in your book.
I need things to happen. Preferably spicy things.
What are you doing?
Or thrillers. Yeah. Are we reading any additional books this month besides the book of the month and DVC picks?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we're not
at this point. July or June, we decided that July we were going to have to take a step back because June we overcommitted ourselves, and summer is
we had a book
hard.
a week and it didn't go well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're trying to have less, like, fewer online, like, live discussions this summer. But we were talking about maybe doing, like, an online event for Survive the Night.
Right. I think that would be fun. Then we could just come in whenever you had the chance.
Now, those in the past have not gotten a lot of traction, so that's why we switched to doing the virtual. But it's just so hard in the summer to dedicate time.
And we did an online discussion for One Last Stop, and that actually, like, went really well, and we got a lot of participation. And I think it was because we did it as a live event where we posted questions and people, like, signed on in real time rather than keeping it kind of, like, open-ended. So we might do something like that.
And Survive the Night has a lot of people who want to read it, so I think it would do. I think it would do well.
Yeah, and we actually have 2 picks in Dirty Book Club this month. So
yeah, I agree.
It's a lot. Yeah. So but yeah, I hope everyone will join us for We Are the Brennans. It's kind of, we haven't done a contemporary fiction in a while.
When was the last time?
I can't even remember. So
it wasn't a thriller
fiction. I know. We did Hunting Wives. We did Survivors this year. What else?
We did the last
thing.
It's okay.
The last, but that wasn't contemporary. That was
the one that's based in Kentucky.
Fantasy.
This Close to Okay. That was a contemporary.
Yeah. Right. So that was in February.
Oh, I thought that was a mystery. Okay.
So yeah, it's been a while. So we're I know that it's not like the book that everybody is the most excited for based on the poll, but I think, like, what's so fun about Book of the Month is you maybe get something that you weren't initially drawn to and then you love it. So
and we had to pick one of the 5 for our
we couldn't do club
because of you having the book club. part of it.
Right.
So,
yeah, the book club wouldn't let us pick Survive the Night, unfortunately. Yes, Lorena, July month challenge is posted in the announcements, and
bingo.
Prompt suggestions are in the album. It's American Bingo.
Yeah, and we still have the summer reading challenge going on too, and early, so there's plenty to work on.
There's lots to do. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
lots to do.
And we're going to be posting a July anticipated list, and remind me on Tuesdays, and we'll drop your, the published books below, so you'll be seeing new books like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll see. I know Tris 6 Venom is long, Stasha. Oh yeah, we're going live for Tris 6 Venom on Wednesday. Or I am, at least. I don't know who's going to be joining me. For Malibu, which prompt on the June challenge or for the summer challenge, Stasha?
Susie, if anything, I think Tessa will.
Yeah,
I think she's planned
Tessa
on
might.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which challenge?
I don't know what I'm going to use it for.
Yeah, like usually it could be a beach read, your summer read.
Water on the cover if you want the year-long one.
Water on the cover. People on the cover.
Yeah,
I'll wait a couple of months and then I'll place them.
Yeah. So yeah, water on the cover, beach read, summer read.
I'm looking now.
Your July,
months.
Your April, May, June release book. There's lots of ways.
What we picked for a discussion.
I picked
discussion
a book, a place you'd like to visit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to visit. If
I want to go to Malibu,
if I could meet Elle Woods.
Malibu is beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Beach is amazing.
Oh my gosh, Malibu is one of the prettiest places that I've ever been.
I just don't know how I'd feel about California.
It's so pretty. I think you'd like it. It's fun.
I probably couldn't afford it.
It's very expensive. Yeah.
Kentucky's one of the cheapest places to live.
I'm envious. Colorado is not on that list.
We were talking to Riley about that last night, like trying to explain to him how, like, cost of living and stuff. And I'm a terrible parent because this is how I described it. I was like, in Kentucky, a pack of cigarettes is like $5, but in New York, it's like 12. Like that's how I described to my child the cost of living.
Oh
I don't even smoke.
Right. I think it's like 15 in New York. I don't know. I don't smoke either, but. Oh, you're running out of prompts? Yeah, we should do a check. I'll post a check-in sometime soon about book of them our year-long challenge. I know I'm getting down to it. I think I only have like 4 or 5 left.
That's funny. Some of you all are almost done, and it's June. And at the beginning, when I posted that, people were like, "This is so long. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to read this many prompts."
And I know, and now everyone's like done. Well, a lot of people are already done. Have you guys updated the picked by? Oh, we should add. I should add some to it. Thank you for reminding us, Jessica.
Yeah, and also, if you're friends with us on Goodreads, and you happen to see if there's a book of the month that you've noticed that we've given 5 stars to, that counts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they're just optional, Mandy, if you are interested. They're all in the announcements. And then we have suggestions in the albums.
Just to help everybody grow their TBR lists and then help you challenge and cut your TBR.
Yeah.
And actually read the books that you own and not go out and buy more.
Yeah.
Which we all have.
Which has not worked.
Well, Glenn does smoke, so that's how I know they are here.
Oh, okay. Besides November and December. I think that's what Genevieve is doing too. She's like waiting for 51 and 52 till the fall. Because Prompt 52 is the last book of the year.
Yeah.
So,
so Sarah, are you going to do like the first half of the year and then start it over July 1?
Yes.
So your last book will be the last book you finished on July or June 30th.
June 30th.
And then you'll start over.
That's interesting. I have enough to finish this one, and then I'll read it because I still have like, I think I counted like 38, not counting the ones I ordered today. I still have like 38 books that I still have to read, so I'm just gonna do it.
Stasha, gas is less than 3 here. I have no idea. I mean, I know it's in the $2 range. That's all I know.
Yeah, I think it's like 287 here.
Yeah, that's about
I haven't
how ours
pumped
is.
gas and I pump gas maybe 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was one
Amanda,
thing when we
yes.
started
Not
dating.
that.
Once a week, he goes and fills up my car, and he's done that for almost years now.
That's so nice. Amanda, yes, the year-long challenge is book of the month only. And
Yes.
the reason behind that was because we needed motivation.
We all had a giant
to get
stack
through
of
our
Book of the Month.
giant book of the month stack. So,
But yeah.
Yeah, anything in Metro is out. Like if you probably would just go down to Shepherdsville, Mackenzie, it's probably under 3, I would bet. Mackenzie, you know we only live like 45 minutes away from each other.
all right, guys. So if you're in Dirty Book Club, we are going live on Wednesday to talk about Birthday Girl and Trisix Venom. And then I think our next live isn't till the end of July, right?
Yeah. Unless I get, a wild hair and decide that they're like, hey guys, let's hop on.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do some random ones.
I'm going to the zoo on the 5th, Mackenzie, so I'll be in your neck of the woods.
Dirty Book Club. Someone asked, "What's Dirty Book Club?" Dirty Book Club is a subgroup of this group. It's a subgroup of Blue Bookmark, and we read raunchy romance novels.
That would never be featured on Book of the Month website. Never.
Pretty much all of our books are available on Kindle Unlimited.
I love that.
So it's cheap.
Yes. For the dinosaurs, yes. Carson's obsessed.
And yeah, it's fun. There's a link to it if you're interested in the connected groups on the main page. Yes. All right, everyone. This was so fun. I'm glad everybody liked this book.
Yeah, it was fun.
I know. I think this is the first time we've had everybody. No one hated it. Usually there's a few that are like, oh, this
sucks. I hated this book.
Yeah, you're right.
Everybody was 4 and 5, a couple of 3s.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great. All right, everyone, and we'll see you next month for We Are the Brennans.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.